Hi everyone, Adela here from AdelaRafa.com. I help people create powerful, positive change in their lives. So the other day, I posed a question in my Facebook group asking people to describe in a word or a sentence what they're currently struggling with in their lives. And I got some really good answers, really interesting answers. And 4 of those, I'm going to be creating videos like this one and write blogs that you can read on my website. The 4 answers were anxiety, self-esteem, boundaries, and how to shift from external to internal focus. Today's talk is going to be about anxiety. Anxiety is a broad term for many different disorders, but it does affect 40 million Americans ages 18 and above. It does not include the 6.1 million below the age of 18, according to CDC for 2020. So a lot of people are experiencing anxiety. What is it? Why do we have it? And what can we do about it? I'm not going to talk about that today. So like I said, it's a broad term for a variety of disorders. And you may have experienced some anxiety, which is a normal feeling at some point in your life. The range goes from OCD, which is obsessive compulsive disorder. There could be separation anxiety. There could be social anxiety. There is the generalized anxiety, and there's also the full-blown panic attacks. So a wide range of anxiety. What they do have in common, and the main symptoms of anxiety disorders, is excessive fear and worry. And typically you can experience anxiety on a physical, cognitive, and an emotional level. In addition, common symptoms of anxiety might be an uneasiness in the body, panic, fear, obsessive thinking, like I mentioned. And it can also show up as affecting your sleep. It can be difficult to breathe. It can be difficult to stay still and focus and to concentrate. So those are some of the symptoms that we see in anxiety. Anxiety is the body's natural response to stress. It's the feeling of fear and worry, apprehension of what's to come. So it's not here yet. We have this worry or fear about a future event or experience. It hasn't happened yet. So there is a disconnect from what you're experiencing in the present, right? The discomfort in the body, etc., about a future event that hasn't happened yet. So one of the fastest ways to calm your nervous system, because the body responds to the perceived stress and goes into, fight, flight, or fear responses. I missed a word. Responses. And what you can do to calm your nervous system down is to breathe. That's the fastest way to become in your body, to get back in your body and to be in the present, is to breathe. So pause, take a breath, and get into your senses. See what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you feel, even smell what you smell, and taste what you taste. Getting into your senses will get your mind something else to focus on, and not the worry and the fear about the events that have not yet happened. So if you can stay present and breathe. And then I'll also say to connect. If you are comfortable with touch, connect with yourself, hold yourself, or if there's somebody in your household that you can hug on, please do that, because that helps the nervous system calm down significantly as well. Staying in your body is the #1 tool to overcome anxiety, because the body is always in the present. It's the mind that wanders. It goes way in the future and worries about things that has not yet happened. So it's a fear of the unknown, or it is in the past, and it, maybe with, guilt or shame or regret. Those are some of the things that we ponder about. Why did I do that? And that also causes, discomfort feelings. So join your body in the present by breathing, by getting into your senses, by connecting, and invite the feeling in, invite the emotion in. because the life cycle of an emotion is 90 seconds. So invite the emotion in for 90 seconds and stay with it. I know when you have an anxiety come on, 90 seconds can feel like 90 days and is uncomfortable, and you want to get out of it, and you do your best to run from it, or to avoid it, to ignore it, to distract from it. But my invitation to you is to invite it in. Stay with it. Invite it in for a cup of coffee. Make friends with your emotions, because here's the thing. Our emotions are actually our friends. They are messengers with information to you about you. Don't you want to know what the anxiety might be saying? Give it a voice. Talk to it. Hello, anxiety. What's on your mind? What are you bringing me? What are you worried about? What's the worry? And a lot of times, the worry is not really factual. So fact check your worries. Is it a fact or is it a fiction? Is it a fact or is it a feeling? Is it a fact or is it is it a fiction? Is it a story? Is it a story you're telling yourself about yourself? So befriend your emotion, invite it in, stay with it, ride that wave for 90 seconds, and ask yourself, what is it like to be me, feeling what I'm feeling, experiencing the sensations in my body? Stay present and follow yourself moment to moment, and get to know yourself better, so that you can handle your anxiety when it's going to show up again differently, with more tools and more awareness on board, right? Instead of running from it, turn towards it and say, hey, what's up? What are you bringing me today? What is it that I need to prepare for? Because a lot of times the worry about the future event is that we don't feel prepared. So what can I do today to prepare more and worry less, right? And then I also want you to consider preventative measures, which is paying attention to what you consume. So pay attention to your consumption of not only food, make sure it's clean food, less sugar, what you're drinking, less alcohol, because those are all inflammatory, and they ignite your anxiety quicker if you have that in your body. So clean food, less alcohol. What are you consuming on social media? What are you consuming on the news? Do you get enough sleep? Do you get enough rest? Do you get enough exercise? Do you get enough outdoor activities? Do you commune in the nature enough? Do you get enough sunlight? Those are all components that will help you take care of yourself and implement a little bit better self-care, so that you can be more grounded in yourself. So when an anxiety shows up, you're ready for that cup of coffee, and to invite that emotion in and write it out for 90 seconds, right? I hope this was helpful. Let me know, write a comment or send me a note and let me know if you tried any of these. One more thing before I go is to maybe start a journal and make it an anxiety journal. Like, get to know your anxiety. When does my anxiety show up? How do I feel when it shows up? What do I do now? And what would I like to do instead when it shows up? Start an anxiety journal and get to know yourself and what you need in those moments. What feels good in those moments? What is it that I seek in those moments when anxiety happens, right? Okay, those are my tips. Adela from AdelaRafa.com. You can also join my Facebook group, Awareness with Adela, if you have interest in that. And you can follow me on Instagram, @AdelaRafa. I'll see you soon.